Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Marilyn and my channel is Making with Marilyn. Now on a recent YouTube live, I showed what I'm going to show today, but I wanted to do a pre-recorded so that you could just follow it from start to finish if you're interested in this type of design. For what I'm doing today, I'm going to use Silhouette Studio Business Edition. Now this is the top edition of Silhouette Studio. You do not have to have a Silhouette cutter to use this. If you use the Business Edition, you can make your designs here and then you can cut them on your Cricut or your Caesar or whatever cutter you have. But to have the option to be able to save your designs as SVGs, you do have to have this Business Edition. If you're interested in that, I'll have a link in the video description below where you could purchase that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So on today's video, I'm going to make just a 2-layer design that you would cut out of HTV, or you could cut it out of adhesive vinyl. On my next video, we're going to ramp this project up, and I'm going to show you how to use pattern fills to come up with something really special in Silhouette Studio. To do the ramped up design, you do need to know the concepts of this video, so I'm going to start with this one first. All right, so we are going to start with a letter. So I'm going to go right over here to the text tool, click on it, come right back over here, and I'm going to use M for my name. I'm going to click off of it and back on it, and then I'm going to make it a lot larger so that we can see it better. I'll also change it to one of my favorite colors, which is bright pink. Now notice how there's a whole lot of extra space in here, and so the dimension you see here really isn't correct. We're going to fix that in a minute, but before we do that, we have to change this to the font that we're going to use. So I'll go right up here and I'll change it from Arial to, I'm not sure how to say this, but we're going to change it to this one because I'm looking for something really very formal. We're going to contrast that in a minute with a script font. All right, since I like that, I'll go up to Object and I'll hit Ungroup. And now it's the right size. There's other ways you can do that, but I typically hit Ungroup. If I have multiple letters together, just group it right back or weld it together. Today, we don't have to worry about that. The first thing that I notice is this is very wide compared to the height. So let's just drag this down so that the height and the width are close to the same. They don't have to be exactly the same, but I think it looks better when they're close to the same. The second thing I notice about this is it's fairly thin in areas. So the next thing that I want to do with it is beef it up by using an offset. Now this is optional, but it's something that I think makes it look better. So with the M selected, we go to the offset panel, we click on it, and then I'm going to the left side that says offset. This internal offset is really what I would call an inset, and today we're doing an offset. So I'll click on it, and then I want my offset to be larger than what I see. So let's change this. Let's go 0.04 and then hit return. And that looks pretty good. Let's go up to 0.06. We'll hit return. I like that better. One thing I don't like though is this letter is very squared off and the offset is not. I can fix that by clicking on the left side so that you have very sharp corners. Once I've done that, I'll say apply. Okay, let's go ahead and drag this out of the way, and then we'll change this back to the color that I want. We'll go back to the fill panel or the paint palette, and we'll select the same color I had before. Now you don't have to do this now, but I think it's a good idea to get this M to about the size you want it. If I were using 2 layers of HTV, I'd probably be putting it on something like a shirt. So let's change this much larger so that it would be large enough for a shirt. Let's just go with this dimension. Okay, I changed it to 9.666 inches wide and 9.035 tall. I don't like those 3 6s together, so we're just going to barely slide it over. If you wanted to layer 2 pieces of vinyl for the M, here's the next thing that you would do. We click on the M, and we would actually offset it again. You click on offset. It's nice and squared off. I think that would look fine. I would say apply, and then let's just turn it to the color black, just so you can see this really well. Now, I never want to apply heat transfer vinyl on top of other heat transfer vinyl. I just prefer not to do that. So if you want to have an offset with your letter, what you're going to do is you're going to select both the pink layer and the back layer, and you're going to go to Object, Modify, and Subtract All. Now if I drag this off, you see that there's an open back and my pink can attach to the shirt. All right, let's go back. Now I don't know that I would use black and pink together with the next color I'm going to use, but for purposes of this video, we're just going to keep moving forward. Again, you don't have to have this offset layer. It's going to be really cute even if you just do this. But for now, we're going to keep those together by going to Object and Group. Let's just move that out of the way so we're not distracted by it. Now I want my name to go along this right side. Now whether you have a straight line here for the initial that you're using, or a straight line here, or maybe it's an S and you don't have a straight line at all, you can still use this method. So I tried it with a P, which had the straight line here, and I had the name going here. I also tried it with an S, and I put the name to the right, just like I'm going to do today, and it was cute too. So even though you might not have a straight line here, go ahead and try it with your initial. All right, we're going to add my name, so I'll go right back over here to the text tool, click on it, and then I'm going to type Marilyn. I'm going to click off of it, click back on it, and I'm going to use one of my favorite fonts, and that is Bastion. All right, let's go ahead and change that to a pretty green. Notice that you have all those cut lines between letters. If you were to try to cut this now, those would all be separated. You don't want that. So with them all selected, the first thing I'm going to do is go up to Object and Ungroup, because I want to change the size of a couple of my letters. With this design that I'm doing, you don't want any super tall letters, and I'll show you why later. So I'm going to make this L shorter, and I'm going to make the M shorter. Now I feel like when I make the M that short, it looks kind of wide. So I'm also going to move it over. Okay, let's move this out of the way to make it easier. I'm going to go back and select everything that's green, and I'm going to go up to Object, Modify, and Weld. Now notice, unlike if you work in Cricut Design Space, this dot is not attached. I can move my name and the dot stays there. Let me click back. So you want to gather everything up again, go to Object and Group. Okay, let's just bring this back. We're going to take Marilyn, with it selected. We're going to go up to Object, Rotate, and let's rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Now I can go ahead and get it to the size that I want it. I can drag it from a corner, and if the padlock's on, it's going to make it taller and wider. Or I can grab it from an end and I can just make it wider. Even though that padlock's on, if you grab it from one of these squares, you can still drag it and get it out of proportion. So I'd like it to be a little bit larger, and I'd like the M to not be so close to that side. That's why I made the M and the L shorter. Now I'd like this N to be a little bit more on the M, so I'm going to select Marilyn. I'm going to rotate it just a little bit. I think that still looks fine. Now just like we knocked the pink M out of the black M, we're going to knock Marilyn out of the 2 layers of the M. Now if you only did 1 layer, you wouldn't have to worry about the 2 layers, but I did the 2 layers today just to show you how you would do that. Remember, these 2 layers are grouped together. I do want to have a little white space around Marilyn though. I don't want it to be just right up against the pink and the black. And so we're going to use the offset feature again. With Marilyn selected, going back to offset. We're going to click on this left side, which is an external offset, and then we're going to make this larger. Now you can never just rely on the numbers that I'm using because it's going to change. A 0.06 offset is going to look very different on a small item versus a large item. So there's nothing magical about these numbers. You just play around with it and get it to the size you like. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Now right now my offset is what is selected. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key. I'm going to add this group to it. This group is both the black and the pink. I'll let go of the Shift key. I'll go up to Object, Modify, and now I'm going to hit Subtract. And you can see that's exactly what I wanted. Right now, everything became ungrouped. You can see little parts and pieces everywhere. Even the dark pink became ungrouped from the black and other pieces of the pink. So when you use this knockout method, that's just what happens and you need to be aware of it. All right, let's go ahead and move that back. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to get all your colors back together. We're going to go up to Panels, Select by Color. Let's click on that. Then we're going to go right over here to the Fill side. Let's select everything that's green. Now I think they're still grouped together. But let's go up and see. We'll go to Object, and they are still grouped together. So we don't have to worry about that one. We'll click on the pink, and you can see that the main part of the pink is one, but then this is separate, and this is separate. So with all that pink selected, go to Object and Group. Okay, let's see about the black. There's a lot of little parts and pieces here that are separated from the basic part of the outline. So we'll go to Object and Group. So now I think we have one layer of the pink, one layer of the black, and one layer of the green. I'm just going to hit back, back, and back, and we get them together. So if I were cutting this out of HTV or adhesive vinyl, I would be ready to go ahead and save this design or send it to my silhouette cutter. I don't cut with a silhouette cutter, so I'd be ready to save this design, take it into Cricut Design Space, and cut it with my Cricut. To save it, I would go ahead and group the whole thing together, Object, Group, and then I'd be ready to save it. So I'd go up here to File, Save As. I would save it to my hard drive, and I would save it in an SVG format. Again, that is the special thing about the business edition of Silhouette Studio. Now that I've saved it, I'd be ready to use it. Now I see one more thing I want to talk about. See these little pesky red lines? Those are cut lines. If you want to see this the way it looks without the cut lines, you go up to Panels, Line Style, and then you're going to click on this right side, which is Line Color, and we're going to make it transparent. And there's a red line around everything, but you'll really notice it go away on the bright green. So I'll click on Transparent and see what happens. That's what your design would look like. Now, if you want to see my next video where I really ramp this up and I add a fill pattern, and I'm actually going to have an offset around it also, and I'm going to have some lines that go through it. I'm going to make a really cute sublimation coaster. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed. And then once you subscribe, click the bell and tap that all notification. That way YouTube lets you know anytime I upload new content. I hope to see you in my next video, and until then, bye-bye.